Okay, now we are connecting. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened on the YouTube part. Hello, dear ones. I am Eleonora from the channel The Awakening Path, and I have a very special guest with me today. His name we are connecting. Let's see what happens. Sorry for that. As I was saying, I have a very special guest with us today. His name is Mark Middlebrook, and he is an amazing astrologer and psychic. He is an astrologer for more than 40 years, and he combined all his psychic abilities to help you the best way he can. And he is amazing. I use his services, and I'm very honored to have him here with us today. So please welcome Mark. Welcome to the Awakening Path, Mark.
Yes, I'm beginning to wake up finally. We're having some audio difficulties, so I might start talking and forget to switch. But anyway, I'm keeping my when I'm not talking, I'm turning off. I'm muting so we don't have this echo problem. But I'm really enjoying this opportunity here to talk. And I don't know if you know anything about me, but I'm not anywhere but here right now. This is my, like we could say, my initial virgin media appearance right now. I've been doing astrology, like she said, a long time. I started when I was 16 and, have been studying and off and on for, like she said, 40 years. And that's no joke. This is like really going in deep, really looking at a lot of stuff, trying to keep my head from getting too jammed with all the different sorts of astrology that you can do and all the different ways you can calculate charts and everything. Fortunately, we have a lot of good software for that. So, what else would you like to know about me?
Tell us about your spiritual evolution, how that started, or have you started doing astrology since kindergarten?
Okay, so spiritual evolution, that's a funny thing. Well, I started back when I was 16 and I didn't know I was evolving back then. I just kept following and reading. As lately, though, I was teaching high school. I was teaching video and production and things like that, art, all kinds of things. I was teaching that in back last year. I just retired in June. So I've been revitalizing this career and evolving even faster. I started having time and doing a lot more readings since we're ramping up, and that's been really good. I've also been finding that Tarot has helped me out tremendously, and I have been using that as a little bit of a backup. And also, we also have been experiencing more interference, or you could say connection to spirit guides, which seem to come to me now. And it's really amazing because I've been uh, just working with them, and they're like, I'm opening up so that I can hear more. And it's like just like really picking up on the subtleties that people bring with them to the readings, but also in just my everyday life. I can go, oh, I'm going to I'm thinking about somebody, I turn the corner and there they are, kind of thing. I can actually feel them sometimes before they get there. Just before I see them, I'll feel their body and everything, and I'll look and there they are. Um, so it's really quite interesting, the evolution that I'm going through. I'm expanding on so many levels.
That's amazing. So my public is very diverse, and there are people that never heard about astrology or heard but only maximum to the signs, the sunrise, for example, the horoscope. So I like to explain from the beginning. The difference that I understand between astronomer and astrologer is the astronomer studies the positions of the stars on space, and the astrologer studied the energy, the influence that the energy of the position of each star and planets have over our planet Earth and also humanity. Would you like to add anything to that?
Yes. Sorry about that. I didn't click that quite right. We got a little echo. Um, well, okay. So I think it was the end of astrology started happening, I believe, with Copernicus when they started talking about the sun being the center of the universe. And uh, in the years following, science kept stepping in and stepping in more and more. The astrologers were the scientists in the past, and they were making really good use of the planets and the stars to help kings, queens make their decisions, to help the less fortunate out. Um, and so many esteemed astrologers have had high places in courts. That's mostly in Europe that I know of, like Nostradamus and many other ones. So what we found is the growth of science made astrology the wicked stepsister or the poor little stepsister who's left behind. We're not scientifically based anymore, but we do have a lot of calculations. We do use a lot of science and calculations, and actually, many of the ephemeris that we use to tell the positions of the planets are created for JPL or NASA and things like that. So we still have a hand in this, and we still rely on astronomy to give us more information. For instance, they declared Pluto not to be a planet anymore. That was recently, and it became a dwarf planet, which I don't know if that's really very PC to call a planet a dwarf nowadays. It should be perhaps, mentioned as a little planetoid or something like that. But I would say mainly the difference with astrology is that we're really applying the knowledge that we've learned over the centuries and millennia to people personally. Like astronomy doesn't really apply that much to people except when they want to say, well, there's an asteroid shower coming up, or we're going to have an eclipse, or we're having solar flares. That's real hardcore science right there. And we've, you could say, have maintained, astrology has maintained its utility with people and worlds and with, let's say, the worldwide uh, zeitgeist, national zeitgeist, and personal. I mean, you could cast a chart for all sorts of things. Well, there's your relatives. I mean, people have cast charts for their pets. That's not unheard of. Very hard to know the birth date of pets, though. But they also do buildings. Empire State Building, that's a famous one. I've cast charts for the World Trade Center after it fell to see why. You can cast charts for cities when they were founded, for nations, and so any manner of things you can cast a chart for. So it's about really beginnings and the planets where they were when something began. So if we look at you, And we say, well, when was the most important day of your life? And basically, well, everybody eventually they get to the point of like, sometimes you have to remind them. They might say, "Oh, it was the day I got married," or I won the championship," or something like that. Um, but we finally get back down the day you were born. If you hadn't been born, let's face it, you couldn't have done all the other things you've done that you have in your memory. Although there is a lot of quantum physics that point to that's even a fallacy, and many neuroscientists talk about your memory is only half true because we make up our stories as we go. Humans are story animals. And so, anyway, we're in kind of a funny place with astrology, and I heard it put one way we can think about it is that astrology, and this was by a detractor of astrology or a skeptic, and I forget who it was, but it was from the Skeptic Society way back, quite a few years ago. But they said something that holds true is astrology is a myth-based belief system. And when we look at it, it has very strong beliefs, archetypes, Greek mythology right now, Roman mythology, but even before the Greeks, the Egyptians had it. And who came before the Egyptians? We don't really know. But we find that there was a lot of really intense astroscience going on, astrophysics knowledge that the Egyptians and many ancient societies knew about where the planets were, the precession of the equinox, which is something that goes around every 24,000 years.
Mark.
And yes.
So you said something that's maybe a surprise for many people, that you can have a chart of a city, of a building, of a pet, or even an event and a situation. And what I want to call the attention of each one that's watching is everything has energy and has consciousness. And so it's interact with everything at the same time. I think would be very interesting if we start with a reading, astrological reading for the collective. And if you'd like to add some tarot and some of your psychic message, you are welcome to do that too. A message for humanity at this time.
Okay, I think that would be wonderful. Whose chart do we want to start with? Um, I
Oh,
have.
I
I
can
can
bring
bring
Angela.
Angela. Mm-hmm.
Let's
Let's
bring
bring
Angela
Angela,
and
and
then
then
can you
can
mute
you put
some
some
of
of
them?
them? Now, I could share my screen. We could try that so we could look at her
Yes.
chart as we talk about this. Let's see if we could do that.
Okay, just one second.
Sharing is not turned on.
Just
Okay.
okay,
Okay,
I will
I will
allow.
allow. Okay, you allow it. Okay, good. So we're gonna try to share this. Her
Um,
chart.
wanna
Wanna
do
do
Angela
Angela
first
first
or for
or
the
for the
collective?
collective? Okay, so I need to try here, try here.
Let's
Let's
bring
bring
Angela
Angela
in.
in.
I
I
will
will
admit
admit
her.
her. Okay, so let's put this up here. Maybe this will have it. Can you see this chart?
Not
I'm
yet.
getting like a lot of weird readings. Can you see it now? No?
Not
Not
yet.
yet. Okay, we'll try Astro Gold here and we'll try share. It's not giving me a
Mhm.
layouts and options. So
Let me see. Let
yes.
me make you a host. Now you
Now
should
you
be
should be
able
able
to.
to. Okay, let me deal with this audio. Yeah, I'm not having luck with this going across to you. I have a warning sign up on my share function.
I just give you, I just give you permission to be the host. You are the host now, so you should be able to share. You forgot to unmute. I cannot hear you.
You see me, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, wait, open. Okay, it's asking for permissions. Oh, I see. Well, you know what? It's kind of got some issues here with showing her chart. So,
You can just speak. First, let's introduce her. I'd like to introduce you, Angela, and Mark prepared a reading for her, an astrological reading. And in the end, Angela will tell us if resonate with her or not. Mark, I think you can go ahead and just share what you learn about Angela without show the screen, since it's not going.
okay, all right, I can do it. We can do it. It's not that hard to do. So, Angela is a Capricorn, and let's see, born at January 4, 1980, at 8 a.m. in Raul Soares City in Brazil. Okay. Uh, so with this chart that I'm looking at, it says that she has a Capricorn rising, and she's a Capricorn, and she has Mercury in Capricorn. Well, so she's very Capricornian, we could say. The sun's rising, so that makes it very strong. In fact, she loves to be the center of attention. She likes to be very make a difference. She's a really, really good organizer, and she's persistent. She's very hardworking. Boy, I can look in here and see she's double hardworking. She has Mars with Jupiter in Virgo. So she's got a lot of energy. Plus, whatever she undertakes, it usually works out because she's such a good planner. She can make things happen. I'm also seeing her moon, which is in Leo. So the big three are the ascendant and the rising. No, the rising sign is the ascendant. The sun sign, rising sign, and the moon sign are very, very strong. Those have seemed to affect people the most. And she has a moon in Leo. Okay, so the Capricorn, very serious, hardworking, wants to be the center of attention. Well, that fits right in with being a Leo moon because it puts her wanting, naturally assuming kind of leadership, wanting to show off, wanting to compete, wanting to make a difference. Very, very creative placement. You So Angela, it looks to me like you're a hardworking person who likes to be in charge, but you want to work through partners. Very good with working with women, it looks like, especially strong women, fiery women. You really like that. Yeah, Leos would fit in quite well with you. And yes, you are a Leo, so this is why you're friends. Um, Now, it also says in here, I see we have Pluto in the 10th house. Now, the 10th house is very important about reputation, um, standing success in the professional field and dealing with superiors. And you have Pluto there. Now, Pluto means you love to be in control. In fact, if they don't, if there's a there's a vacuum. Let's just say there's a vacuum anywhere you are. It's like, okay, I'm in charge. And you do let people know it, but you also have this ability to read people really well and understand who's got the power in the room. I mean, really just feel it out. And you can, if you don't feel that power there, you just flow right into it. And it makes you rather accomplished in this area. So I see you doing a lot of leadership. I mean, you have everybody's best intentions at at and it behind you. You really working and doing. It looks like you have a lot to do in the legal field or something like that, or travel far, teaching in universities and things like that. Um, very lofty minded. Plus, you have a certain ability to it looks to me like you like to also work behind the scenes a lot, and maybe you like to help people out that are less fortunate, especially young people. That's a really big thing for you. You have a natural connection and a way to galvanize them and get them interested in things and make them get involved, change their life. You're a life changer and a lifesaver, I see here. Um, Now, you do have Venus, your love planet, is in Aquarius. So it makes you rather friendly when it comes to love and relationships. And so you're attracted to all sorts of unusual people. You kind of fall in love with people. And once you get to know them, well, you're so friendly. You're just their friend. And it's very kind of almost kind of casual how you could go in and out of relationships and exist in various different stratas at once. Kind of intellectual when it comes to love. And it's kind of a little bit opposite of your fiery Leo moon. So you really like to connect with people, but then you like to say, let's be friends. Being friends is the best thing in the world. I see you smiling over there, so it looks like we're hitting some spots here. Okay, what's the downside here of your chart? I see a lot of positive things going on. I don't see a lot of big downsides. Well, let's say sometimes you lean in for more practical things. So sometimes you'll kind of take control. You're kind of a micromanager.
Gonna be more awkward.
Oh, okay, good. A bit of a micromanager. You need to because you're so fast on everything. You get like, oh well, I can do this 10 times faster than I can explain this. But I think
Exactly what I say.
that's your downfall. You must learn to lead more than just the little circle you're in. You need to learn to lead in a bigger way, which means set the stage. Teach everybody how you want them because it says you're a natural teacher here. You're really good at writing, teaching, lecturing. And it says that you really should be um, teaching people and then backing off. Let them figure it out. Take a back seat. This is the way you create more impact with what you do because you're supposed to lead. You're supposed to have this kind of hold, kind of magnetic hold over people and to allow them to prosper and to move ahead. And it just is more fun. You know, you can be a little serious, let's face it. You got to remember that Leo moon is always in the background. Go, let's have a little fun, you know. Come on, shake it up. You can do it. It kind of goes back and forth. I see that. Um, Now, this would mean you could be very good at being in front of people, speaking in front of people, performing, doing art, any kind of art. I mean, you're rather bold and you like to take you like this whole thing. You risk a lot. A day without risk is a boring day. It doesn't say like you like to be stressed out for too long, just doing the same thing. You can do it, you can make things happen, but your whole idea is to make it go fast. Come on, speed it up, make it
Yes,
more efficient. Come on,
that's me.
that's you, and you know the way to do it. I'm going to really recommend that you back off of overlording on people and have more fun. Work on building really kind of emotional relationships. You have a natural for that with people and talking to the public. So it says though you could be very good on media as well. So I don't know what you're doing, but it does look like you can reach out to many, many people. You have the charm, the wit, the vibrancy, and the desire and the ability to control everything. So do you want to tell me what you do?
Well, now I'm not doing anything that, I mean, what I do regarding to help people, I do heal
Mark,
other
mute
people.
yourself because there is background for her.
Okay, can you hear me?
It got a little mixed up when she speaks. It throws in some echoes, so I got a little covered up. So I'm gonna so go ahead and you tell me uh, the result of the what she's you.
So in general, I have heard that yes, I am really good on kind of guiding people and helping people with my device. I'm not doing anything like it's just a little thing here and there, like listening a friend here. And like you said, it's so easy for me to bring people in, like a first time meeting, and then does not take that long. The person is already sharing the life with me and listening to me. Um, Now I am a property manager. I work like completely opposite the things that I really wish I could do. I believe in everything that you say. I believe in what you do. So I am on a path of a spiritual awakening. And I have been questioning myself, like, why am I here? What is my mission? And like listening you telling me that it seems like you're gonna be a speaker, is gonna like speak to many people, kind of clicks, okay, so I guess that I should go for that. I have nothing like settled yet. So well, all I have it is an Instagram page that I post nice message, like what the universe will tell people, but it's a very small, just started. And when you said that, I see you like on a media, like, speaking to many people. I was like, okay, I guess the seed is planted. I just need to let it grow. But yeah, you were very awkward on everything you're saying about me. It
Oh
felt like I
yeah.
was talking to myself in the middle. Yes, Angela, you are like this. You like to be the center of attention and blah blah. Thank you. I can hear.
Muted here. Okay. It's in a good way because you're always trying to help. I don't see a mean bone in your body. It looks like you really are working for the greater good. And you're kind of lucky because you have whatever you want to do, what do you feel like you wanted to do, you can probably do it. So you think big. Um, let's see. But I have another little trick up my sleeve that I do, and I do what's known as Horary Astrology, which is a way of looking to see what's the future holding for you and what the immediate past is holding. Now, where are you located right now, Angela?
I am in Long Beach, California, in Long Beach. I can hear.
I'm going to set this up for you and you can ask me a question as well. So let's go on with it. Hopefully you guys can hear me.
I hear you.
Okay, good. All right. So we have Well, Mars is conjoined right now, rising in your chart. When we do the now chart, we go ahead, we cast the chart for exactly this moment, and then we put your planets in there to see how it works out. And it tells me that you're very emotional right now. In fact, you've been over, like the last week, you've been very, like, let's gung ho, let's do this, let's do that. And if any little thing starts frustrating you, start getting like up, you can get upset with it very quickly, you can heat up. Very good to work out to, make yourself stronger, test your strength, compete with people. The only thing is, you might get a little overly emotional sometimes, a little more dramatic
Mhm.
than maybe is the case, but it's really good for competition. So changing your life and taking some, big things looks good. It with Leo means we focus on the sun in this particular thing, and it's saying working on your health is really important right now. It says that you in working on work, just just working hard at your job. It looks to me like you're moving ahead. You're getting some sort of promotion or something, and maybe it's already in the works because you work so hard.
Mhm.
You might have been spending a lot of money too over the last couple of
Oh,
weeks.
yes. Need to make more than this.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, you're going to be talking about that. You might be feeling that. But it says really positive, working on your health, doing all that sort of thing. Um, in about 10 days, it looks like you're going to want to take maybe it's this weekend coming up. You might want to relax, or maybe just talk to friends overseas, or even take a little vacation or
Mhm.
plan something. For travel, it's looking kind of like you might need to go. It looks like you have to go somewhere very soon. It could be for work. It could be about some very serious matters that are coming up.
Okay.
They might be legal things. It looks like there's a lot of. It looks like relatives are involved. Some event that's coming up that you need to travel and communicate and work on some like it could be like lots of paperwork and stuff. Um, it looks like kind of frustrating because there's some kind of complication that's coming up that you have to help solve. Well, you can do it because
Yes.
you'll be in charge, and you'll just everybody do it and help organize it. It says a really good time for that. Um, you have a lot of changes at where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Scorpio at home. Says a lot of changes. Maybe your career change. It looks like a career change. I mean, you're kind of bored with everything. It looks to me like you want to move
I,
somewhere too.
I have been, asking the universe to give me strength to move to something that will fulfill my heart. Because it's so hard to let go what is working well, and don't have the answer that if it really work, it will work out what you have in mind. But yeah, I have this feeling that I need to live somewhere else. I'm so in love with nature. Not that I make so much time to spend time with nature. However, I'm always watching videos and things that shows nature, like how beautiful it is, jungle connected with ocean. So those things bring me so much peace. And I visualize like in the future having a house on a place that I can see the ocean and be in the middle of a jungle. So
Let
or
me
somewhere simple, someplace simple where people were so simple and love one another and everybody knows one another, small town. So I have been even like watching videos and everything regarding to this lately.
Well, it says you're it's mostly you're kind of fidgety, we could say. It's just you're in this place. Um, it's kind of a bit of a midlife crisis thing. Things need to change.
Yep.
You just don't know how to do them. Well, let's see. How does that work out? It looks to me in the next few weeks, there's an opportunity that's going to come up, and it looks to me like it does look like it could be relatives that bring you some sort of opportunity where you could live somewhere else. That could be a lot more fun. It might fulfill some of this dream that you have. Boy, yeah, you are going through a lot of these changes. Like, you feel you want more of a career, something that really is much more meaningful too.
Yeah, I've seen what is happening around us in general regarding to, all the change, regarding to the universe, regarding what's going on with Earth right now. So I see it, and I just don't see what is my role on this. I want to be part of it, but I don't know what it is my role. You know what I mean?
Well, you feel like it's a challenge. It's a personal challenge to take on something really difficult.
Mhm.
And it's what it's also saying is, oh yeah, okay, I see that right now. You've had some really good ideas about what you want to do in your career. Looks like travel's really good, but teaching could be one really good thing to investigate and look at. There seems to be like there's some opportunities to do that. It's coming up. Um, I think you would really, really be successful at that. So I'm not sure what it's teaching. It says you can teach. It says, let me flip this over, look at it again. It says, um, career looks like, wow, doing something out, getting out front, being a spokesperson looks really good. It's a natural to
I am
get
a
out
great
there in front.
seller, so I see myself doing that, believe me.
Well, you just have to pick the place. The way your chart is set up, you could you could plant yourself in some place, but it also says you're very restless, especially right now, you're very restless. So I would look for something that will give you an opportunity to travel,
Mhm.
and it might be for your career in some way. But I see you. Um, Maybe you ought to just pick out a cause.
Okay.
Pick out the cause that most touches your heart and that you could get behind, because this you've already kind of come up. You've been thinking about this. You've made a lot of decisions. I think really right now it's all about just doing it.
Okay.
Don't worry if you don't have the plan worked out. I mean, you're Capricorn, you love the plan. You want everything
Good.
step dialed in. Come on, I'm dialing it in. Okay. No, this says you're gonna use your Leo self. The Leo self says, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out as I go. Whatever it is, I'm gonna figure it out. And I know it'll happen. So you're gonna play it a little more emotionally. You're gonna take some more risks, and this is gonna open you up to a whole new life for yourself, a whole new way of being. And it looks really positive. Um, Now, one thing I want you to watch out for is get rich quick schemes. There could be, you need to and will need to be very careful over the next 3 years because you're going to be more gullible. Now, the other side of it is that you're much more idealistic. So you
Mhm.
can take on these kind of fuzzy goals, these big lofty ideals. So, but you also have to be very careful to pay attention. Is this for real or is this not for real? Because uh, you can be attracting some dreams that are a little very hard to attain,
Mhm.
and you really need to be on course and double check everything like you normally would, but do a better job of it now. You really
Okay.
have to double check, look for look for the, where could I be misled? Where can I be misleading myself? And it has a lot to do with this, with the fun, going off on journeys, but it makes you very creative with writing and things like that. Good time for um, if don't try to tell the truth. In other words, it's a good time to have fiction in your life and to do creative things that don't require scientific exactitude.
Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing, amazing, amazing. What quite a reading. I know Angela quite a while, and I can tell you that's really resonate 110%. I'm very, very grateful for her to come alive and put herself in the spot so Mark can show his amazing, amazing work. And before you start with our next guest, I just like to allow Angela to thank you, and if she has any specific question for you, and also if you have any final words for her.
So,
Okay. Oh,
yeah, thank you very much, Mark, for the reading. And yes, like I said, it resonated with me very much. And I guess I needed to hear some of it because it brings more clarity. And yeah, I really appreciate. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. When you start talking, I was like he does not know me. That but I really believe in what he does, and then I understand that he really sees me on the chart over there. So yeah, yeah, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for the reading.
wow! I feel like I'm blushing over here. That was so nice of you to put it that way, and it's just in the stars. It's just all right there. Um, I do see it as being a positive time, so just go for it. There is a sense that you need to remake yourself, so allow that to happen. To reinvent yourself in this process.
Yeah, and I
That's the
have
one.
the answer for that already.
Well, good, good. So I want to leave it at that because I think we have someone else out there who wants
Yeah,
to.
I want to welcome Jay to each one of you. And are you ready to read the Jay's chart? You don't need to repeat all his information, like the personal information you can skip. And thank you so much, Angela. I really, really appreciate it. You are welcome to stay in the live if you want, or it's up to you.
Well, she's got a lot of busy things to do. She's got to get out there and start changing her life. I mean, she's ready to go. I'm telling you, this is the day.
That's right. It was nice to be here with you guys. Bye.
Okay, let's get on to Jay. I see Jay right over there. How you doing, Jay?
Hello, everyone. Really insightful. Thank you for your time.
Oh, okay, good. Well, we're gonna have a little fun here. I hope it's fun. Uh, let's see. According to the time you gave me, of 2 o'clock, that's wouldn't give you a Scorpio rising, which would work really well with Cancer. You're a Cancer. Well, you're kind of the opposite sign of Angela, who we just saw, because you're more of a, can be a homebody, can be very sensitive person, tough on the outside, trying to, protect yourself. And it says you are, the Scorpio works well. It might mean you kind of hold your ground, you hold your truth, you don't like to talk all that much, reveal too much. Very tough sign, Scorpio. It's very, very good with Cancer. It means you can take some really tough things in life, Scorpio is a sign of the scorpion, right? Scorpio, scorpion. But it can become very strong. The older you get, the more mature, the more advanced, the more evolved you become, stronger, stronger, more open, more courageous. Um, Usually, whenever you say Scorpio, people go, oh, right? This happens a lot. I've seen it a lot. And they're used to it. So, but they don't really know you've got the Scorpio there. You do have a moon in Aries. So that's very interesting. It's kind of a little different than Cancer. It's like you get more worked up fast. You like to start things. You like to go. You don't want to wait. Let's just do it. Can be there. And so you've got the cautious crab holding back the fireball with the Scorpio can freeze down anything. It's really good at controlling yourself. But you got that burning fire there. Says you like to do a lot of creative projects, it looks like. A lot of starts and stops. It does mean you have persistence, although sometimes Moon in Aries can get bored with stuff fast. But it looks to me like you start things up fast and you can persist with them if they seem to be the right thing. You kind of feel your way through life. Feel it. You're not like intellectual. It looks to me like you're not planning a great deal. I'm not saying that's negative, but it says that you have a different way of planning. You do have a prominent Saturn and Uranus, no, not Uranus, but Neptune, and they're very complementary to each other. So you kind of you're an ambitious person who's planning a lot. It could have a lot to do with music, it could have a lot to do with art, with things that are kind of hard to describe. You can describe the indescribable, and you can put order into things that don't seem to have a lot of form. Creative projects come to mind. It looks to me like you're a natural for inventing things, trying things out, flying by the seat of your pants. Your Mars, your war planet, your initiative is with Venus. Mars is in Taurus. It's a little slowed down, so it means you're a little more deliberate in what you want to do in life, how you want to take it on. And Venus there says can be very artistic. It can mean very coordinated, very good at. Could mean singing, things like that come out to be strong. Things with the voice, things with the throat. But often people with Mars and Taurus are very coordinated and very good at dancing or gymnastics and things like that. Venus right there close by in the beginning of right at the beginning of Gemini means that you're starting to go through a lot of changes when it comes to love, romance, relationships. Change. You're getting kind of bored. You're going to get very bored this summer. There seems like you're going to be attracted to people who you never were attracted to in the past. So it looks very interesting. Your love life is changing and getting very fascinating. If you're doing any artistic work and things like that, says a lot of creativity goes in there, new forms, new styles, new attitudes, new ways of doing things. Let's see. So let's have a look. Do you have any questions for me before we jump?
Yeah. This is all great. I mean, you know, I'll talk about the things you mentioned later on, but since you asked about a question, I guess, and maybe you're getting to that because I think you were doing that with Angela, the previous guest, is how this would benefit me, right? With this information, how can I use it to grow myself and, take advantage of this to really navigate this tricky life that we get?
Let me unmute here so I can talk. It does say you could be very lucky with words, with writing, with communications, with media. You're just lucky, you're natural with that. I do see that you do have one aspect here that makes things a little more difficult for you to negotiate life. It's called Pluto, and it's squaring your sun. So it means that you tend to get into power struggles with friends, or there could be friends around that kind of menace your life. They kind of cause you problems. They want to kind of run your life, and you have to be very sensitive to it. I'm sure you are sensitive to it. It can mean that you have a need to have to remake yourself and constantly change yourself. Now, having a Scorpio rising is good for, let's say, shedding skins. That might make sense to you, to shed a skin and move on. It says that is really a very good idea when you get too caught up, your life is frozen, start reinventing yourself, change it around, uh, just completely shed the old skin. So, or where are you right now, presently?
It's it's you know, I'm skeptical about this stuff, to be fair with you, but man, you're just blowing my mind. I'm like, whoa, stop, dude, like chill out, because it's just like one thing after the next, and it's obviously relating to me. That's why I'm just kind of thinking. For example, I was up all night working on a track, and creating music from scratch. That is, and I was, was talking to Eleonora earlier. I was like, I hope I don't fall asleep. I don't be rude, but I actually went through a transition in life where I was employed by a law attorney, and I kind of did everything. I'm proud of achieving things by myself, but I have to start from scratch because a little personal thing is I got in an accident 2 years ago and it changed my life. I lost 85% of my vision because I'm a very big risk taker and I do dumb things like jump off 60-foot cliffs and blah, blah, blah. It just changed my life, but there was a lesson learned. It actually woke me to something that was my true calling, which is music. And so, I pretty much taught myself the keyboards and stuff like that, and I'm heavily involved in that. I have a very promising outlook in this with people in the industry I talk to, so it's like reinventing. And I'm also going through a personal life change where you hit the nail on the head with the shedding the skin. It's I see myself becoming another person, like not another person, but being a different version of me that maybe I was destined to be all this time. It's like everything is just coming together. It's weird. There's a book by Paulo Coelho called The Alchemist, right? And one of the quotes is when the universe when you want something so bad, the universe will conspire to give it to you. Something like that, right? So it's like happening now. I'm actually in the middle of a big life-changing event, tragic things that have happened, but also great things that are happening at the same time. While all this is happening, I'm truly trying to find myself and maintain my sanity and focus on the task at hand. I'm very clear about the goals I have. Um, but yeah, there's some unfinished business here that I need to take care of that thing I know that's a lot about. And most recently, a puppy came into my life. I'm like, great, it gets complicated. So yeah, this is all very insightful, man. It's just there's self-perception and then there's, the reality of what it is, right? So it's good to connect the dots. And after hearing what you're saying, I'm wondering, is this more generalized? Does it apply? And what can I do with it? And looking at inwards and what's going on, it makes a lot of sense.
Well, great, because if you could tell me where you're located so I can do a now chart. The now chart is set for wherever you are, and the moment we go into the questions. So we hope it's very accurate. So anyway, so where are you located right now? What city?
I'm actually neighbors with Angela. I'm next to Long Beach. I'm in Cerritos.
Oh, okay, good. So that's going to work.
Yeah.
It's going to work very well. Okay, so I just did the now chart. We still have Leo rising, and we have. Okay, that seems to indicate that you're coming up to a period where you're going to feel a bit frustrated. Okay, I think you're already hinting at that, but it's going to be. Let me get this exactly right here. I'm going to look at my ephemeris. Where it's oh yes, let's go to here. This month, interesting. Okay, let's find my chart. It ran away now. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Found it. Okay, so this third week in May, you might really, it looks to me like you're going to be working hard on stuff. And the thing is, don't get frustrated. Just keep, just keep at it. Be persistent. It's going to be like you're going to start to fulfill your ambitions, but there looks to be like wait a second. Why do we have this here? Okay. Yes. Okay. No, it's right. There's some kind of power person that's not budging. And there's no way to force it forward. In about a week, you're going to feel like, wow, I really got to push forward, right? Uh, you know what? Give yourself a little longer. Just be persistent. Don't aggravate. Don't aggravate yourself. Just realize it's one foot after the other. You got to get in and dial in, nitty gritty, look at the details. You got to do the fine work on it to make it work. So if you're talking about your music and stuff, it's really getting in there, and it's almost like polishing. It's a polish. You got to polish up. You got to work stuff really well and fine tune it. It might seem a bit frustrating. Let me look at this carefully. But you're ready for it. It says you're ready. Right now, you feel ready. You want to go for it. It looks good for that. Um,
I'm like a pit bull off the leash. Just let me go. You're gonna get it.
yeah. Yeah. Now, cancer is one of the most persistent signs out there. And it can be very patient and very just will not give up. And so that's the main thing I'm going to tell you right now because it says you are super persistent. You don't want to hammer away at stuff. Watch out for that. But you want to go at it smart. The smart way. Smarter is better. I'm seeing that right now you might be thinking about how is it going to be at the top, But it looks to me like it says slow down. You got to earn every step of the way. And this is time for really to train yourself. Train yourself for success. You've got like about 30 days to do that. Just think of it that a whole month. You're training all this stuff you're doing, you're training for success. So it's like everything's a lesson on how to be better, how to be not, let's say, half-assed, how to do it the full way. So it might feel really kind of like it's really taking forever. And you might feel frustrated about it. And you might feel like kicking the tires or giving up, But the thing is, that means you're just fatigued. Rest, recuperate, go at it again. Just give yourself that leeway. Don't pressurize yourself on doing that. Sometimes Aries moon can want to go, 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 go. Come on, we know we can do it. And then you get caught in all bound up. And you've got the patience, you've got the ability to work through it slowly, surely, carefully to make that product the best it can be. And don't expect people to like it before that period. When in your own, you've attained what you've been trying to do. So it's a whole month process working on that. And then you'll start feeling like, oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm getting it. I think I've got the chops for this now, is what you'll say in a month. And you're going to feel like you're starting from ground zero, which is okay, because you'll build on that. And
It's
you go ahead.
sorry, I was just are you like in my house somewhere? Like how do you know this? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so it's uncanny, man. It's this is like wilding me up in a good way.
Well,
Well,
actually,
yeah, listen.
look behind you. I think my camera's on you right now, but I just have to.
I'll take your word for it. My side isn't as sharp as it used to be. Yeah, it's there's I'm reinventing myself as a person and the artist. It's all like a story that's it's a weird it's kind of a cool story that's hope that I will make sure comes to fruition. But one of the things outside of Nora is my artist name is the Roman numeral 7. And it's because, there's four lines of the Roman numeral seven, right? There's the V, one this way, one that with the two eyes. And my birth date is all sevens. It's 7777. So it's kind of like I was born to do music as a concept. It's cheesy, but it'll stick. But July 7th is a very important day for me because that's the day I'm gonna release like a 5-track EP, on Spotify and stuff. I'm planning to do it. So there's a lot going on right now. It's chaos, but there's excitement. There's, all these things and dealing with whatever it is to help me evolve into, whatever I need to be in this state of higher consciousness, to really I'm having to reinvent myself at a later age in life. I was an employment law attorney before, and now it's like I've gone into music, a whole different thing. So it's really interesting hearing you say all these things because yeah, this it's just resonating a lot. It's just, I'm in it right now. I'm in the thick of it, and a lot of, hope, anxiety, and can't wait to just get there. Like I said, a pit bull off a leash. I just cannot wait to get there. But there's something profound you said in the middle, which I think Eleonora had said, and two of my closest friends said too. So there's got to be some truth to it, right? Because I'm sure you guys won't talk to each other. I'm saying this, and it was like something along the lines that I'm not ready yet, right? The gist of it was that, like, I have maybe the skill part down, but there's, and I think it's true, like body and mind, I'm still certain things that have an event, I need to really shift and pivot a little bit to make sure I'm not putting stuff underneath the carpet or rug and dealing with that in a way positively so I'm able to handle what's going to come before me because it will come, and I need to just be ready for that and be humble and make some changes. So thank you. Yeah, this is really helpful.
Well,
You
let
want to
me.
be clear that the only thing I gave to Mark was the birth information of Angelo and Jay. I didn't say anything else, absolutely. He got all the information from the charts and his amazing knowledge. You can go ahead, Mark.
It's amazing.
Thank you for that. Yes, with no tricks, where no one's there's no notes passed between us. We or signals. No, I'm just looking at the chart because I really sometimes for me it's like I get a lot of in first impressions of people, but also if I want to really sink down in my psychic spidey sense and start feeling people out, I can do that. But I always end up going, "What's their chart?" I want to see their chart because I go in there and I can see a lot that's going on. And I don't know, maybe I'm kind of got a crutch here with this, but in fact, I used to fight with myself about that. Well, you look at people, you just see their signs, their zodiac. You don't even see the real person. So I took a break from charts and stuff just to get in to people, to really connect with them. Now, what I'm going to say right now is that, uh, let's see, where was it? We're talking, you're thinking about this transition, this transformation. Um, it's really pointing to let's see where the other thing is, like the training session. Like I said, training session, you will be successful. It looks to me like your plan is really going well. uh, yes, and listen to your friends because there's a special thing happening in your chart when I cast it this way, is that friends are bringing you wisdom. They're bringing you luck and connections. They're actually going to help you out a lot. So listen to them, whatever they say. Now, the thing is, you picked a very good time. You will, yeah, it looks to me like, yes, that month, you go through this month, and boom, you've trained yourself. You're going to feel the vibe. You're going to feel like you've grown up and you've gotten wise, but you're very lucky. You're expansive, so you really can expand. But the date you pick, the 777, is really good luck for you. It's different. Now, every 12 years, Jupiter, our lucky planet, goes around the zodiac and it comes back. It comes around. So right now it's on top of itself as a return. So every 12 years. Now, when you, for that date you picked, it's a very lucky time.
Can I say something about this day you pick?
Hmm.
July 7 of 25. 2 and 5 is 7. So 7, 7.
So there we go. Seven heaven.
You know what's
It's
funny is I always wondered what the meaning of that is, other than a weird coincidence to happen to be born that day. Or I thought it was like I do a lot of movie references. Hopefully you get it, but like this movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and the girl's like, "Why is his name Chance?" And she's like, "Cause my mama took one." Anyway, I love that line. Anyway, so it's kind of like that with me. I just born on 7777, but whatever job I was doing, I was unhappy. I got to the top of it. I worked really hard, like most people here probably do. And, it's like life had to happen for me to get out of my unhappiness. Like I had this, I know what gift God has blessed me with, and I just wasn't confident about it, or I didn't, whatever happened, I wasn't ready for it. And it's like now I got pushed where that's the one thing I have, like, and I'm doing that. So, July 7th, is gonna be, yeah. If it's a good day, then I'm liking what I'm hearing. Let's go.
very cool. So I'm going to warn you in about a week, though.
Oh, great.
You wanna really tread lightly on any authority figures or any people whom you might look up the hierarchy at. Um, Talk nice to policemen, whatever. Speak really well to and really hang in there on that. I don't see, you're not like you got all the good planets. You're not like a hothead, it looks like, but you might feel a little more pushy in the next 5 days with things, wanting things to happen. It does say you are changing your whole reputation by the end of, let me see exactly where that's going to, changing your whole reputation. It's, that is coming. Wow, that's coming in July. Look at that. That July is hopping. Good luck for you. And it's just getting better. It's going to soak it up and it keeps getting better. So that's good. Where do you have to watch out for? I'm not seeing that place right now. It looks like you're very lucky for that month and after into August. So, yeah, into August, like it's growing. It's growing. But I don't know. It might be that kind of success might mean that you have to work more. And you might be, we always have to give up something for something, right?
Yep.
And this is, you're going to kind of feel it on the emotional level. You might feel like you have to give up kind of some freedom you have in your life. And you won't be able to, it looks like you might not be able to travel as much as you want, because it looks like it might mean that immediately you have to work hard on this.
Yeah.
You know how it is. I think when you're in entertainment stuff like that, you get it to a certain point just to get to the ability to be at a certain point, then to show it. So then you got to redo everything because everybody gives you their professional take on it. And so it might be that you have to get involved and change things up, but it looks very positive. It looks like a bit like you're under the gun, but you're getting very more creative. It looks like over the next 5 years. And it looks to me like if you're doing music and stuff, you're just connecting up with the dots that were connect up before. You're pulling in stuff and you're connecting it up, and it's something that's very positive. Let me flip this over here, and I think, yeah, this is good because you have a natural way of composing and putting music notes together, things, using time and creating very, very creatively with all this. It's kind of a supernatural kind of thing you have. Um, Look at it that way. Look at it that way. It's kind of supernatural. You're going to get even more supernatural. So, and I would say you're going to need to meditate and stuff just to bring yourself down to earth and be able to live in this dreamland that's kind of cropping up, growing around you.
You put me on a spaceship, and I'm just gonna keep flying, man. I'm not coming down. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it's I love it because things. It's, it's not fear, but the anxiety, and when you want something so bad, it's like, how can I say it? Like, there are people who are passionate about what you do, like yourself and Eleanor seem like it, and the guests you had earlier. But the thing within that, there's if you find purpose, then that's like, well, you got passion and purpose. Like, this is what you were born to do. And I've never felt like that, which is really weird given everything what's going on right now. So it's like, at this age, really, like, awesome, let's do it. I will make sure it gets done. It's not if, it's when. But there are things that you had hinted at that are those detractors from that, if I can say it that way. So I need to be really cognizant and aware of that. Yes, Mark, this next 2 months will be very testy, especially this next month. Eleanor knows what I'm talking about. So, it's gonna be very testy, and thank you for the heads up on, you know, making sure I've maintained and focused on the goal.
Wow, that has been really, really amazing. You allow Mark to tell you everything that he has for you because I know you're gonna help, so I'm gonna give you guys the time. And also, if you have any question for him, just go ahead. I'll let you guys spend all the time you need.
Okay, I can wrap it up because I would just say that it's not hitting right away, but it's going to be a period where you feel, no, that's true. That's what happened. That kind of, um, mm, let me look here. I'm going to tell you one thing, and it doesn't really hit this year. Yeah, it's great. You might feel a little bit in July. You might feel kind of exhausted, and but you're taking off. You're taking off. You're growing. You're connecting. Little things connecting with people just seem to grow. So it's not about conquering the world. It's more about creating the infrastructure around you. It'll just kind of grow around you. So just be as connecting up with people as chill as you can be because they'll just recognize your whole being as being and that goes on for the year for till the end of this year and next year too. So it's a really good time to do this. You'll feel a little more spacey a little bit in July, but it's great for creativity. And it's good changing your life around, changing your artistic way style, changing all this kind of the way you relate with people, and just it brings a lot of new people in your life. So I would say it's kind of like you're meeting people who are very unusual and in above you. So they look like very creative people. So they're going to be really different, and you're going to learn how to handle them. It looks like. So the thing is, you might get really sensitive. You might want to hide away more. So watch out for that tendency to pull you away. But you might have to. That's why I'm suggesting getting more into any type of meditation or Tai Chi or, anything that gets you into that spiritual groove besides music, because you want to be grounded in reality so that you got the flow. You're not getting yourself disappointed because you're imagining so many other things and you're so sensitive about it. But it looks really positive.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. So I really appreciate you, taking the time, looking at the charts, and this has been like, I mean, I was skeptical, but I'm a believer now. I'm sure you get that a lot, where it's just it's a lot to digest, So let it marinate for a little bit, then digest it, I guess. And yeah, just use that knowledge to really, as my eyes, whatever's happening with it, I want to be the best version of myself in every area of life with people I meet, things I do, et cetera, et cetera. So this has been very, very helpful in that. And I really, again, I want to thank you for taking the time to do that. What got you into this? Were you just born with this gift and you were like, okay, this is what I want to do? I'm just curious.
When I look back, I try to figure it out, and all I can remember is that I just wanted to figure things out because everything seemed to be like weird to me, the way things happened, and I wanted to kind of solve what's my destiny kind of thing. And I went to the library, and um, I found a book. I found a couple of books, but this was the best book, and I kept it so long, and I never took it back to the library. And so I just read it and read it. I still have it, and it was like it was just like no one cared. They just didn't care if I brought it back. It was really kind of weird. So I kept the book and just kept reading it and reading and learning more, and just couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop. I don't know what I wanted to figure out the universe somehow with all this. And I don't know, maybe I'm getting close with some people.
Yeah, no, definitely doing what you're born to do. Thank you. Keep doing it and good luck to you.
Right, right. Now, I want to tell you what's a really good thing is that this whole thing's on video and you're going to be posting this, right, Eleonora?
Yes, yes. And actually, Jay, I'm gonna invite you here right now. You're gonna be on my podcast on July 7th.
On my birthday.
Yes, you're
I,
gonna
I okay.
be
I want a cupcake though. If you're gonna make me do that.
okay. You'll be on Zoom, but I can have
Yes,
one with me and I have another you have another with you.
you
And
understand.
I would like to be part of that and it'll be podcast for everything. And why not we don't do at 7 p.m. or 7? Let's just add more 7 to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Get
Yeah,
all
that's
the power in the world. We speak that more in the background. Right
not
now,
7 a.m.
I just want to say thank you for being so vulnerable and accept to get to the spotlight and put yourself in the spot and allow Mark to really read you because he did very, very beautifully.
Yeah.
And thank you, thank you. And you're welcome to say whatever you want to say to Mark before you go. Jane, would you like to say anything to Mark before you leave us?
Yeah. I mean, if there's any recommendations you have for based on whatever you see in the chart, like videos or like well, books are hard for me these days, but like yeah, videos or something that could help with that. I know you said meditation, and I'm working with Eleanor on that, but anything else like it's the detractors that I want to focus on and not nothing can get in my way. And I'm guessing if I don't do what I'm supposed to, then I'm gonna get in my own way. So I just need to not get in my own way. And anything you can help me with tools, I can use apart in addition to the knowledge. I'd really appreciate that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to advise you because I get the feeling that you really should do this like Tai Chi or Qigong or something like that so that you get used to movement, body, taking up space, knowing the space. It's going to be very handy for you. It's also going to be give you a sense of confidence because often we can just by pure, it can be stubbornness or through spirit or through actually just keeping a really positive mindset of hanging on to our abilities And because I get the feeling that you're let me look at this your chart again, because I feel like you're feeling you're hinting that some things are fading, like your eyesight's fading and stuff like that.
Well, I was always hoped that things turn around, but yeah, I've lost 85% of my eyes.
Mm.
I smashed my head on a rock mountain biking,
Mm.
forgetting I'm not 45 at the time. I mean, I'm not 25 at the time.
Mm.
I was jumping around. It's actually very bittersweet. Um, and when I lost my eyesight, I actually saw things a lot more clear, if you know what I mean, with people and stuff like that that were in my life. And so, and as far as this purpose in my life, it was, yeah, it just became like really evident that this is what I have to do. It's not like I had that in whatever background I had and life is over. So I have to teach myself how to make all this. That's fine, just get it done. And there's all that. Did I answer your question? I just said some words that didn't make sense. What was your question again? I'm sorry, I haven't slept either, but
Oh no, no. What did you say?
I said about the charts and stuff, right? Like the detractors, I want to focus on the things that
Oh.
really, you know, prevent me from getting to what I need to.
Well, the main thing is, well, I'm looking right here at everything. It's just a matter of um, working however you can to keep instilling, like the transition that you're going with your through with your eyes, and really work on it. It looks to me like you're going to have some operation or something here. What this is saying, that you're going to have some kind of operation that let's see, how does that go? Well, if you do it soon, it looks like it's really positive.
Yeah, I'm going for treatment overseas. So
Mm-hmm.
again, you don't surprise me with it. You seem to know the chart.
Well, that's kind of what this says. Operation,
Yeah.
it's kind of frustrating, and but there's hope within that, because uh let me just look here just a little bit. Where's by maintaining the positive mindset and allowing your spirit to help um, guide you in the how you heal yourself. There's a lot of self healing here. It's learning that um, you can manifest this, and it might seem impossible, but it says just be persistent. Just be persistent on however you're approaching your healing. But I do get the feeling like learning space, how space work, how it's informing you. There's a sense that um, the limitations might be extraordinarily positive for you. I think when we give one thing up, we gain something else somewhere else.
Yeah. I feel like I have super hearing powers.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy. I'm not kidding. It really. But anyway, it's thank you. That's very
Very cool. Well, I'm going to say thank you so much for the
Thank you,
opportunity.
thank you, thank you. It was really, really amazing, Mark. And thank you, Jay, again. And you are welcome to leave, and then we'll talk more later on about your your great, how to say the word, when you're gonna launch your music in July.
yeah. Yes, I'm excited. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I'm excited. Thank
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
for
Put some stuff online. Drop your stuff if you're gonna drop it. But I don't know how you're working that. But make it a party when you come online.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. Eleonora, I'm all
Oh
about
yeah, we're gonna party.
that.
You need to watch that podcast, Mark. Mark, now we are way over the time, But you told you to me, do you want to do like in the next 20 minutes?
Oh, for you.
Yes.
We could do you now, or we could do a reprise maybe next week. What do you think?
Next week I'm not available. Let's do the 20 minutes now.
Okay, let's do that.
And I'm gonna invite you to come back another time, and then you have more time. Maybe people from the public, if they have questions, they want to be on the spotlight, and then we can arrange something like that.
Okay, that's totally fine. So let me see, new chart. We're gonna do a new chart. I wasn't able to cast yours before everything started. So
Okay, you can do intuitively.
Eleonora, and your birthday?
It's August
Okay.
13th,
2176.
Yes. And if you look at the
Did,
chart,
did I do it already? Didn't I do it already?
when we met, you did.
Okay, I think we did it before, so I can just look it up.
Oh, so I don't know if you didn't have your phone, you didn't have the laptop with you. I don't know.
I believe I did. So I'm going to look here real fast and find it. I'm sure it's going to pop right up. And okay, hold on. We're still working on here. Okay. No, something happened to it. I didn't quite do it. So we're gonna.
You didn't do, you did all intuitively
I can do it really
because it
fast.
was at the expo.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you questions, and you're going to get. I think we started it already. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3.
If you look at
Okay.
the chat, I put the
Okay.
city name.
All right.
I'm Siri. Pleased to meet you.
All right, for listening to us all the time.
Okay. And that again was what is July, right?
Now is August
Okay.
1-3.
13 in 1977, right?
6.
Okay. Why is it doing that? Okay, do you remember what time you're born?
11:04
And what was that, AM, PM?
a.m.
And that was, what was the name of that Brazilian town?
I will spell O for Oscar, E
Okay.
for elephant.
Can you spell that?
I am spelling.
Oh, let me mute.
Okay. O for opera, E for elephant, I for Indiana, R for rock, A for an apple, S for sample. Brazil.
Okay, I'm sorry to do this again. I got lost.
Oh, I type in the chat. Are you able to see the chat? Let me repeat. Let me see who I have with us right now.
Yes, here we go. I have it right here. Now we're going to get down to business. Okay. All right. So, oh, look at this. You are born August 13th, 1976, 1104, uh, Oeiras, Brazil. And you are a Leo. Your moon is in Aries. Well, that makes you a go-getter. Nothing's holding you back. That means you start things up and you go and you follow it up and you make it happen. Another thing that works really well to help you do these sorts of things and come before the public is that you have Taurus rising, the sign of the bull, which is very pleasant and it goes well with Leo the lion, believe it or not, because there's a lot of strength in there. And then you have the moon in Aries, which is go, go, go. So, but you say, okay, we can go, 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 but I'm going to be relaxed while I go, go, go. I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And you happen to have Jupiter in the first house. So that means that you like to give a lot to people. You like to give a lot to the world. You just bring joy wherever you go. Kind of hard to believe, I know sometimes, but it does say that. You're coming up to a very special time when things change a lot this year. You're going to find that your personality, you're going through kind of a renaissance. You're going to be trying a lot of new ideas and doing a lot of new things. Now, that isn't that new because you've been changing your life a lot over the last few months. Let's say the last year with Uranus was throwing you into chaos, where you're going to be in a new kind of chaos, which is a more positive chaos. But you're remaking your life again in a much more free way. Okay, so you have Saturn is in Leo. Okay. You have Venus, your love planet, is in Virgo with Mercury is there, which is kind of funny for Venus. Really good. It's the little things in life mean a lot when it comes to love. And people having really connected and you could count on them. It means a lot to you and all the little things that go into love and relationships. Now, Mercury's there, so it makes you kind of intellectual. You like to play, talk, write. You like to communicate. I think that's right. This is you have written a few books too.
Not yet. I'm translating books from Spanish to Portuguese, from English to Portuguese. And I have 4 books to write, but I just started. They are not published yet. You already going to the future. I can hear you. You're mute. You're mute, Murray.
Have a very good style.
Can you repeat because you are mute?
Oh, yes. It says, I basically am saying it again that you have a really good style of writing. You write fast, but you're very careful about what you write. And you do fact checking. Yeah, with Mars there, you think fast, you go fast. Venus says, I'm going to take my time here and there and make it fun. And it also says, well, you could be like a fiction writer. You'd be very good at writing fiction, or at least talking about spiritual things. Second nature for you.
It's interesting because a psychic friend, she told me that I supposed to write a book about something that's a way out of the chart, and that it would be interesting that I tell the true story, but as a fiction. This way, whoever is ready to take that as truth, they know it's true. But the others that are not, they still get the knowledge and don't get triggered.
Yes. Well, it says, let's see, how does that all go? Well, it says, wow, you can do it. This says you can do it. Mars says, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to make it happen. So this looks positive. So writing creatively, writing for kids too, writing for young people, very positive. There's a huge world there. So you haven't even tapped into this, I guess.
It's interesting. I was thinking about that yesterday with the publisher that I work with. We are having the urge to publish things for kids and teenagers. And I was just thinking, I know I want to do that, but how on earth I'll get time to do that too? But yes, I just
You
want to do that too.
Well, yes, that's true. You're right. I mean, you're just a natural with all this, but you'll have a lot of success in that. It looks to me like uh, with with the planets as they go are going to be very positive for you expanding your creativity and your self-expression. So it looks to me like you're going to want to, you might even want to start writing things about like science fiction and stuff like that because it's, or very cutting edge subjects. You're going to be drawn to things that are different. It might take some shifts, real fast shifts, and you won't even realize it like what you're going to be writing soon you haven't even thought you would be writing. So this is looking like I'd say it's really positive, and it says go with it. It says go with it because it's you've already experimented with a lot of things, and you're ready for something that's positive and new. New, yes, and you're getting more creative, more psychic too.
Let's go.
Um, Also, it says you have your plans. You have your plans, but things are changing. There's like it's almost like the people who are up ahead, up above you, are going to start asking for different things. They look kind of getting a little shifty, so you might be changing companies around, and your reputation is going to go up and it's going to go down, it's going to go left, it's going to go right. They're not sure where it's going, but it's going in a good direction. And it looks to me like there's money coming to you to change. So you will go with the money, of course, but you will take some course of action that looks to me like it reaches more people. It reaches more people. So, and this is a 5 year period. Eight. No, it's 8 year period where you just keep getting better and better. So you might do you write a book a year? Is that how it works?
I'm thinking that I'll be writing at least three a year. As you told, I write really fast. I have that ability to just do things fast.
Wait, very efficient and fast. Um, right now, today, you might be feeling a little frustrated with a few things. I guess we had some of these sound issues and stuff. A little
Yeah.
frustrating, but you've stuck it out. You're a little bit of a genius. Did I tell you that? You're a little bit of a genius. Don't let it go to your head. You kind of
Growing up, I thought I was just normal, but maybe I was a little bit ahead of some people, but I never saw myself as a genius.
this is how it works. You when we comes to when you were in a group of people and they're conservative, you're the radical. And then you get to another group where they're all the radicals. Then you're the conservative. You
That's what
always
I think.
Yeah, you're always going back and forth, and that's good because it gives you an idea, a breadth of doing things that aren't just stuck in one slot. It's hard for you to be put in one slot. Um, right now, what it's saying that over the next 2 weeks, you're going to come to some conclusions of what I've been talking to you about, of new ways to expand your career. And it might mean that you need to leave some things behind and move ahead faster in some other directions that are ripe and just ready for you to explore and to grow in. Yeah, and you are feeling like you want to do more with your ability. So I see it like you're coming into kind of a bit of a golden age. So just keep at it, and it keeps growing. Um, yeah, you're gonna make decisions about changing, doing, working better, harder, faster, more efficiently. But again, don't make it harder. Make it smarter.
Yes.
And then you're going to have to show me how you do it.
You're gonna have to read my book. I'm just kidding.
Where do I get it? I'm going to
Or
take
make
one
a
right
video
now.
on YouTube and then you can watch it.
Well, okay. So, did you have any questions for me?
I think for today is good of my part. I just want to show you my deep gratitude for your generous time today. It's really made the difference in Angela's and Jay's life. I was thinking that you just give them a mini read of 10-15 minutes, and you were so generous that you told them everything they need to know at this point. And
Well, that's because once I start going, I don't know when to stop sometimes. So, it's kind of I wake up and go, oh, wow, that was a long riff. But
But
I
it's
enjoy
for
it.
that one benefit. That's why I just allow it to happen, because they were getting so much, and especially Jay is going so through such a tough time, and they know that's really, really will make the difference for him. And I'm just so grateful that we did that today, that we could create a beautiful space, the four of us today.
Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to do this, and I'm going to have to start doing more because it's a lot of fun.
Yes, I'm gonna invite you to come back. And for you that's watching us right now or in the replay, if you would like Mark to read it for you, send me an email. Go to my website, theawakeningpath.me. You're going to find in the description of this live. Go there and tell, I want to be in the next show, the next podcast with Mark. And just give me your birth information so he can work on. And Mark, I think I really, really would like to talk about the amazing coffee. I was just thinking, my father, he is a farmer back in Brazil. And if I tell him that somebody decided to make coffee out of mushrooms, he's not gonna believe it. I'm gonna tell him this weekend. I'll see what he's gonna say, and then I tell you. Can you tell us before you go a little bit about your coffee?
Oh yes, that's Nuestro Cafe, and it's owned by some really wonderful Mexicans people that have created kind of a worldwide coffee because they take elements, they take roots and mushrooms from around the world and they combine them with coffee and they make a mocha and a chocolate as well. So but what we've introduced, my friend Gigi and I have brought at the Amanita mushroom, Amanita muscaria, to the coffee. And you might wonder, well, why would you want to do that? Well, it's a very old sacred mushroom from Siberia and the northern parts of the world, and it's very closely associated with shamans, but also it's hidden in a lot of fairy tales. It's the red mushroom with the white dots, and it always seems to be in these fairy tales a vehicle of transformation, or it's always kind of present, as in like the writers, in Grimm's fairy tales, they pay homage to the transforming thing with a mushroom, which can mean, a lot of fairy tales have witches and stuff and transformations and, narrow escapes and all these kinds of things. It's a wonderful creative addition to any writer's or creative person's toolkit because it was like I had to get my website done for this talk today, and I took a good strong coffee dose of it, and I just went through that whole thing and got it all done in one day, which I was like, what did I do? I still had time to go out and go to the store and get my mail. I was like, how did you do that? And it was like, God, I just felt really kind of just in the zone. It puts you in a really good mellow zone. You don't get nervous or anything like that. So I want to recommend it for all the books you're going to write because you're going to need to be calm for everything you have to get done.
Are we able to buy this coffee through your website?
Yes, and I'm going to give you that
Actually, it's already in the description.
Okay, let's
You
see.
can find that.
Do you want me to put it in the chat or do you want me to email?
It's already there.
Okay.
It's already in the description. And why we want to talk about this amazing coffee today? Many people doesn't know that actually the regular coffee has a substance that mess with something in your system that make it harder for a spiritual connection. And the coffee that Mark is selling does exactly the opposite, enhance your spiritual connection. So if you want to have some coffee without the guilt and without losing your spiritual connection, so his coffee is one to try.
I have an idea. If you want to go online and order it, then I would like for you to put, let's see, the name of the podcast again. They could
The Awakening Path.
put that into your order, Awakening Path, as a coupon, and we'll see if we can get you a discount on that.
Wow, this is the Awakening Path all together, you guys. I don't know how it's right because it's all over my YouTube. So thank you. I think I'm gonna use that coupon code because I'm gonna get myself some.
Well, yes, we will make sure you get a wonderful discount on it too. So, yeah, so we'll chat about that.
Well, Mark, we are way out, but we forgot to talk about the classes, the astrology.
Oh, the classes, right. Well, we're pulling that together, and I'll give you that information as we speak. Right now, we're going to be going up with the coffee people, and I'll be doing readings. We're going to the New Living Expo up in San Rafael, California. So we're leaving tomorrow morning to go up there and sell coffee, do readings, and have some fun.
And when is everything ready for the classes, it should be available on the website. Is that correct?
Yes, that's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I'll give you a shout out for that.
Okay,
Okay.
so later on we're gonna talk and reschedule our next talk, and I also have something else to talk to you about. And
Absolutely.
to everyone that is watching, I just want to remind each one of you that I'm having a workshop today that will be 7 p.m. Pacific time to unlock financial abundance from limited beliefs. And pay attention to this coupon code LIGHTWORKER44, and it will take away $44 out of the price, and you're gonna pay only $11. I'm gonna repeat, LIGHTWORKER44, and then you are in for only $11. And it's a Reiki, but we're also gonna call all the higher selves, the archangels, Archangel Zekiel. Do you know that the Archangel Zekiel is the one that oversees the physical abundance connected to the material? We're gonna be working with him today also today. So Mark, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so
I don't know if you can hear me, but you're frozen. So I'm going to say bye, and I'll
I was kicked out of my life. I don't know what exactly happened, but I think I'm really out. Well, let me see what happened here. Oh my goodness. Restore. Start. Okay. I'm still alive. I'm not sure if I'm still alive or not. Oh my God. Yes, I'm still alive. Sorry, my laptop just went crazy and shut it off. So I think I was just say, okay, you guys already spoke a lot today. And thank you everyone for being here, for being a part of this movement, of bring light and awareness to everyone. And information is the key to stop suffering. So much love and light to you. And I see you for our next podcast, or I see you in one of my videos. Let me just. That's so crazy.